for being here today. We will have a webinar about communication skills for leaders. And our speaker is Bettina Giordani. She is a BPW Italy FIDAPA member, immediate past president of Rome Club. And also she is the former communication chair of the task force in BPW Italy. Her profession, she have an experience for more than 30 years in information technology and communications, ITC. She is an entrepreneur and she's specialized in organization change. She is a business advocacy and execution expert. Thank you, all of you, and thank you, Bettina. The floor is yours.
And thank you for having me here with you again, I would say. Today I have a very, very important topic. And as you see in my first slide, leadership communication, and be a leader, not a boss. What does it really mean? I mean, we are talking about leadership and hierarchical, vertical leadership, emotional leader, whatever, and then we underline the first thing I tell you, not a boss. What does it really mean? And how effective can we be when we are talking like leaders? And why communication is such an important topic in all this conversation. So I hope you're gonna enjoy what I say. At the end, I will recap it. And then if you have some questions, I will really love to hear your comments later on with private contacts or with the comments in the video afterwards. Thank you so much. So let's start. Okay, what happens when a true leader speaks? Things happen. That's the major difference between everything else is that when you are in front of you, a real leader, you feel that something is going to happen, and especially that you are going to be part of the game. So, when I ask you, what are the two things you think you miss the most from a leader? Let's brain. Let's think about what is the thing common thing that comes to your mind. More communication? Most likely. More information? Yes. But is this really what we want from them? If you think now at your daily information flow, the massive communication that we get from everywhere, from every sound, from every form, is this really what we really need? Or is it something different? So I think we need more sense. We have to be meaningful, what they say, how they say it. And it has to be a sense. It makes sense what they say, or are they just information? Another thing, we need to be motivated. Do we feel that it's part of our game, that we have something in that picture? Is it something for me? Are we part of that? Another thing, more important even, is coherence. They say and they act accordingly. They talk about their vision, their goals, and it's coherent with how they work, how they manage, how they talk, and how they live. Here is another point. It's a common belief that communication is a leader skill. No. Communication is your leadership. You are what you communicate. And let's see how we do it normally when you are considered a leader. Managers communicate, but what they do is accurate, timely, and that helps information to do their jobs and maybe to do it better. On the other hand, leaders are doing things in a little bit different form. They think and act differently in order to align people, engage people, and committed people. Make sure that people feel part of what they would like to achieve. And for sure, be part also in the action plan that is going to be needed to make it happen. But if we think of organizations, they are quite a noisy environment. And so how can we make sure they are heard? How can you make sure that what you say that you want the people to hear is really effective? So normally, they talk into three very different dimensions. They talk personally. They talk about the passion that is needed, the sacrifice, the service, the principles, and the community. It makes them, they care what they say and how they say it. They talk about the future. They needs to be an invitation for a tomorrow, which is better than today. And this is so important. How many times have you the sense that they don't know where to go? They don't know where they want us to be in the future. Or future is also tomorrow. It doesn't matter that it has to be today. And storytellers. They have to be brilliant storytellers. They need to make sure that when we listen, when we think, and we organize our thoughts, we are part of a story. And each element of this story is a game player, especially there is a role for you. So everybody, this person needs to talk to you in order to make sure you understand what is the role that he thought or she thought for you. Personal, future, story, they have to be all connected in order to make sense and to make sure that the people can visualize and feel part of the game. They need to lead by example. How many times you recognize that the person stands in the front of a crowd, they say, I care about what you say. And then immediately after, they turn their back and they don't even hear the questions that are set by the crowd. Or they have to act accordingly. We have to care about our people. We have to be part of their jobs. We need to drive the change. And then what you do is you turn your back again and you do it differently. You don't hear, you don't watch, and you as a person, you don't do it first. There has to be consistency when they communicate, because people are looking at them, and even if they can deliver the best speech, so they have public speaking skills and whatever, but they don't give you the trust that they know what they want from you and where they want to go. How can you practice? Okay, self-awareness. You have to know yourself. You have to have your inner monologue and make sure that you understand and what you really want to achieve. How many times do you have in front someone who is not able and capable to share the vision? And let's say, for instance, someone asks you, do you know what you're doing? Yes, why are you asking? Do you think they are careless? They are open to dialogue? Or maybe they say, no, but I collected a lot of information and I'm quite sure we're gonna make it. Or they say, no, I don't know if we will achieve it, but I know that with you we will have a lot of fun and experience a lot of new things. So you are conscious of what you're talking about and your fears, and you share them, but especially you tell them. You have to connect with your audience. You have to listen to the people in front of you. You have to hear the maturity of your messages. You have to make sure that they understand and that your message is adapted to the people you have in front of you in order to build the trust and especially empathy. How can you be part of the people you talk to if you don't feel the part of the same crowd and the same people? Another thing, it has to be direct, specific, clear, and measurable. How many times we talk and talk and talk and talk and you don't understand where they want to go? What are the key elements to understand in order to make sure I know where you want me to go? Simple and actionable and specific instruction. In order to be very open, with measurable elements. After a while, we will achieve this. After a certain amount of efforts, we will reach this specific goal so that we can achieve the next one or adjust our action plan. This is making sure that everybody understands, and especially in this phase where you want to transmit your vision and your credibility as a leader, you have to double check if the people that are in front of you understand what you're saying. Non-verbal communication is something so important. You understand, if your body does not tell the others that you believe in what you're saying, how can you make sure they do? We talk in different ways, and especially in my case, which I am Italian, if I use my face, my hands, my body, I underline sentences. Now we are in Zoom and we cannot make this very effectively, but still you can see and you will judge, and I will be happy to get your feedbacks if I believe in what I'm saying or not. Because I'm the first that wants to make sure that you believe in what I'm saying and that this kind of suggestion make it easier for you as well to grow in a leadership role. Listen. Listen is so difficult. You have to hear about the words, you have to hear what is behind the scene, you have to make sure they ask you questions. Questions are one of the most important ways to listen. If they don't ask you to give more information or to clarify what you just said, if they understood well, or if they don't feel entitled to give you their opinion about what we are saying, how can you make sure you build your future on solid rocks? People will be distracted immediately if they don't feel part of the growing phase. And so listen is so important. And if you don't allow people to ask you questions, you will be very alone in your decision processes. Be positive and especially respectful. If you don't cultivate loyalty, if you don't hold your status, if you continuously hold your status over other people, how can you make sure they respect you? Hierarchical is not a leader. Being in a leadership position can be even without an organizational role. You can be a leader without having an organizational role. I underline that. And being in an organizational role does not make you immediately a leader. You have to be a respectful and trustful person that knows where you will guide us to. And we will follow you if we respect you. Honest, transparent, and egoless attitude. We have to be strong. I admit, we have to feel that we can hold the stress, that we can make people feel comfortable, that we know where we are going. But on the other side, there is nothing that is more respectful than an open and reliable, transparent conversation. And being a cheerleader helps creativity and effective problem solving. If you enforce the fact that people are willing to tell them, how are you going to solve the issue? We are going from here to here. I don't know how to get there, but I know we will go there. But you have to help us in finding the solutions of the problems we have. And by working all together, I'm sure that this can be feasible. So make things happen. And we are all heroes in this moment if we make things happen. Nobody knows what is going to happen tomorrow, but for sure, if you are positive, if you try to build up your vision with trustful and knowledge, and you share this vision, people will follow and make it happen. And thank you for listening, and I would love to hear from you in the next future. So here are my contacts, and I hope you enjoyed. See you soon, and thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Bettina, for a wonderful presentation on communication skills for leaders. Bettina went into great detail of the skills that are needed, both speaking and listening, verbal and nonverbal, and the types of communication patterns and styles that are the most effective for leadership. Not so much telling people what to do, but engaging them and having a clear message and a vision and being able to put that into action as well. But to imply by your communication that you know where you're going and you know how to get there. And that you invite people to come along as part of your team. That you show respect and are always polite to those who are around you. And so all of these things are both leadership skills generally and certainly reflected in the communication, the way that we communicate, the transparency. Thank you again, Bettina, for such a good, clear, and true message to us about leadership communication. And thanks to all of you, our viewers. We're glad to see you here again on one of these videos, and we hope that it's been interesting to you and helpful in your leadership positions in BPW now and in the future. We invite you to view other videos that you'll find here in this library, and we also invite you to join us for live webinars in the future. We have them every month where you too can be part of the audience. Thank you once again, and we hope to see you soon.